Hi you guys, and welcome to NK Entertainment TV. My name is NK, and today I'm going to be bringing to you my first Nollywood movie review. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term Nollywood, Nollywood is just the Nigerian film industry. It is amongst the likes of Bollywood and Hollywood. So pretty much where you have those two, you also have Nollywood. Those are the top three film industries around the entire world, which is something that's very surprising to a lot of people, because they'll be like, wait, I know Nigerians, put out a lot of movies, but don't actually realize the impact and how much they do and how it's very influential in this world that we live in. Today, I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Dreams. Dreams is a film by Maurice Sese. He also directed it, produced it, and stars in one of the main roles in this movie. The other actors include Deyemi Okanlawan, Ini Edo, Seun Yadit, and George Black. So to summarize this movie for you guys, it's basically a movie based on these four guys who are on the path to greatness. They live in the slums and have all these daily struggles, trials, tribulations, and just can't seem to get a break. They realize that the path to greatness is gonna be way more harder than what they expected, but they're willing to put in the work and assume position to achieve what they truly want. This movie starts off through Deyemi's eyes. He narrates what's pretty much going on, not necessarily going into detail of the situation, but is talking about his dreams, his goals, and where he's trying to go to in life. We then see him and his roommates in the slums. They have had it hard for a pretty long time. Deyemi lost his job about 4 months ago, but hasn't told any of his roommates. One of the roommates is his cousin, who graduated from a different area before coming down to the slums where he resides. He comes down thinking that Deyemi has a good job, and you know what, it's just the situation at hand now that they're living where they're living, and they'll eventually get to live somewhere more fabulous. He does not know that Deyemi is actually struggling and is trying to honestly just make every bit of money that he can. Deyemi did not tell any of his roommates because he didn't want them to think less of him or feel like he couldn't, contribute as much as he did before. His cousin is under the impression that he's not going to work any, minor job or work anything less than what he believes is at his level, because he graduated and feels as if, oh no, he has to get a high-paying job with a great salary right off the bat, but that is not the case. Deyemi just cannot get a break. He is a wheelbarrow pusher and basically prays to get as many jobs as possible, as many clients who are sending him on errands to go to the market or to pick up something from the end of the street and make whatever money he can. This is something that is just so overwhelming for him, but he has faith that he will, get something better in the future. One day, his madame introduces him to Ini Edo and assigns him as her new errand boy wheelbarrow pusher guy. Ini Edo comes across an animation that he drew and fell in love with it. Deyemi is quite discreet about the fact that he is an artist. It's just something that he does as a hobby and doesn't really talk too much about it. The only people who really know about it are a few of his roommates, and at this point, Ini Edo, pretty much. So she exchanges contact information with him, and ratatata, the movie goes on from there. I stopped right there because if I continued any further, I'm pretty much going to tell you guys everything that happened, and I want you to watch this movie. Now, what I really liked about this movie was the fact that it had a highly relatable storyline. I was able to relate to a lot of things going on in the movie, especially realizing that nothing in this life comes easy, nothing comes free. Ever. There's always going to be something attached to that, and you have to work hard to get to where you want to be at. To achieve your goals and your objectives, you have to put in work and effort. What else I liked was the fact that the actors really assumed their characters. They assumed their roles properly. We were able to understand them. It's not something whereby you felt like they were putting on a front, but you were able to say, hey, this is actually someone I could see in my regular day-to-day life, pretty much. I liked the sound, the clarity of sound in the movie. This is not your typical old school Nigerian movie where you hear or you hear some weird sounds. None of that was involved here. And the reason why I am like stressing on that is because a lot of people I know for some reason assume that all Nigerian movies are still as they were in the past. We've come a very long way and we're making a lot of progress, okay? I believe those were the main parts of what I enjoyed of this movie. Now I'm going to move on to what I really didn't care for. There were some parts of the movie that were kind of slow, especially in the beginning. I don't know, it just wasn't giving me all that and the rest, you know. I know when a movie like catches me right off the bat and has all my attention. I kind of was like, you know what? I haven't watched a movie from a guy's perspective before, which is something that I really liked. This was coming from 4 different perspectives of guys, and it made it really, really comical, but still, you know, you were able to be serious and take it as a drama. But there were times when it was just moving not as quickly as I wanted it to, and I was just like, okay, we are waiting. This is time that could have been used in a better way. But anyways, there were some characters, not the main characters, but there were a few other characters in the movie that I felt could have done a bit better. Like, there were some that just were forcing the role, acting as if they were reading the lines and just being a bit too dramatic for me. And I was like, oh, you know, if they just toned it down a little, I would be able to take them a bit more seriously. But I was like, okay, it happens. Not everyone can be perfect, you know? And last but not least, I would definitely say I did not care for how the movie ended a bit abruptly. I kind of wanted more. I was waiting for what next, what else, you know, was going to happen. And then when it ended, I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I just wanted to see more of, you know, I wanted to see more of the movie. I was enjoying it. I was intrigued. And I wanted more. That's just it. Honestly, it ended and just gave like a quick, you know, synopsis or whatever, and it was aight. The ending was aight. Overall, I would give this movie a B-. It was a good movie. It was interesting and captivating, but I just wanted more and felt as if the movie could have, you know, there were some scenes that could have been a bit better, a bit shorter, and used more wisely, is how I felt. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my review on Dreams. You can watch this movie on irokotv.com. That is where I will be watching all of my movies pretty much. Iroko TV has been my #1 movie hub for a really long time. I rarely ever go to the cinema and watch a movie. Ever. I can't even tell you the last time I did that. I think it's been about 2 years or so. Please do like, comment, and subscribe down below, letting me know what you guys thought of the movie. Also, if you have a movie request for me to do a review on, definitely let me know. I'm always open to taking suggestions from you guys. My name is NK, and you are watching NK Entertainment TV.